Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. It is a new month, which means a new monthly TBR. These are seriously some of my favorite videos to film and to watch. I just find so much joy in them. To me, filming them and picking it out is like Christmas every single month. It's just so exciting. I love watching people pick their TBRs and then seeing if they actually follow through with it. For me, my follow through could be better. Okay, it could be better. For this year, I have not been super great with my follow through, but this month I'm determined. I'm still reading a lot. Like last month I read 10 books, even though I picked 7 for my TBR. I think part of the problem is that like I have a set list of books on here, but then I also get books in subscription services and then books just come out that I want to read. So, you know, we have good intentions. That's all I'm gonna say. I did do a little switcheroo on some of the books on the TBR cart just because I had a really rough April, just like mentally. Like I just was having a little bit of a rough time, and I'm finding and kind of learning that in this season of my life, when I am having a rough mental health time in my life, reading fiction, like lit fic, even some contemporary fiction, women's fiction, like that's just a little bit too much for me. Like it almost puts me more into a life slump slash a like bad mental state. So what helps me to just kind of like escape and get into a better headspace is actually romance, fantasy, like stuff that's kind of unrealistic, to be honest. Like I want to be transported somewhere else that's not so close to what my life is like, you know, or like not something that could actually happen to me. So in an effort to be proactive and actually, one, try to stick to my TBR, but two, really try to just continue in a positive upward trajectory for the month of May, I revamped some of the books that are on my TBR. So a lot of these are romance, romantasy, fantasy, sci-fi, dystopian, stuff like that. Weirdly, dystopian novels, although, you know, some people might find them like freaky because it's literally like determining our future in some ways. Like sometimes it's like too realistic. Those don't bother me. Those don't bother me. But it's like, you know, the Cara Bastone books where it's like dealing with Alzheimer's or something like that, that it's like, it's just too realistic and too like personal, you know? That's what really just gets me. But dystopian novels, those don't get me because we're still in like a life or death situation and it's sort of like fight or flight kicks in, you know? We don't have time to think about sad things right now. Like we gotta live. Those are the kind of books that I'm looking for, weirdly. I don't know. Is that bad? Does that like say something about my fight or flight response? I don't know. I'm looking too deep into this. Anyways, we're just here for a good time this month. I just want like fun, uplifting, fun books. So that's what we're going for. I do have some like romance ones on here that are just like steamy, rom-com-y type ones. And then I did get a couple new ones from a bookshop like over the past couple weeks. So I have some new ones here, some Fairy Loot ones, and then I do also have a little collection of books down here that I can also choose from. That's what's on the docket for today. I'm gonna pick 7 books as I normally do because that's just the number that I want to pick. Maybe we'll pick 8, I don't know. I kind of just fly by the seat of my pants. All right, let's get started. Prompt number 1. A book over 500 pages. Okay, awesome. I feel like I maybe had 2 of these in here because I feel like I've gotten this prompt before. Or I know there was one month that I like literally didn't read any of, I think it was like January. I didn't read any of the books that were on my TBR, or maybe it was February, I don't know. So I think I put all of those prompts back. Anywho, that doesn't really matter. We're looking for a book over 500 pages, which I definitely have some options. I am gonna assume that, ooh. Okay, wait, I just like cut myself off. I am gonna assume that Direbound is over 500 pages. And what I was oohing about was that the sequel comes out, Furybound, comes out in May. And I did pre-order the Fairy Loot book, although I don't think that ships until like later on in the year. So I would still like read the book. But I could do like a fun little Direbound, Furybound moment and read them together or like back to back. Let me pick that one out and see how many pages it is. I have a feeling that Furybound is not going to come out in paperback right away, and that makes me really sad because even though I'm getting the Fairy Loot edition, I also want the paperback to just match this one, and I like physically reading like big, fat, juicy, floppy paperbacks. So, all right, this one is over 500 pages. It is 570. I've heard so many good things about this from so many different creators. I feel like a notable one that just raves about this book is Emmy Rossum. There's some other like UK YouTubers, booktubers that I'm blanking on the name of right now, but they also like rave about this. So it says, only the worthy survive the bonding trials. She'll risk her life and her heart to be one of them. So in this book, it sounds like we have warriors, we have dire wolves, we have bonding, but also trials. So this sounds perfect. This literally sounds perfect for me. So I'm pretty sure this is also, actually no, I know that it's also on Kindle Unlimited, so that's perfect. I love a book that I can read in my bed on my Kindle or my Kobo, because I can't read a physical book in bed. I can't get comfy, you know? Anyways, this is our first book. All right. Next prompt is a book over 400 pages. All right, we're having a fat, chunky, juicy TBR. I'm sure I have a ton of options for this particular prompt, so I'm just gonna pick like which ones look interesting to me and which ones I've been wanting to read. I did get a special edition of the second Death of Locke. I can't remember if this is an Owl Crate or an Illuma Crate. I feel like it's Owl Crate. Oh yeah, okay, it says Dear Illuma Crate Reader. So this is an Illuma Crate version. They, as of right now when I'm filming this, they do still have this available on the website, from what I know. And this one is over 400 pages. It's like 460. So I could do this one. It literally said Illuma Crate right there. Wow. This is also a new book that I got off of Pango. I don't know if I said this, but I got this one off of Pango as well. And this is the Fairy Loot version of The Sun and the Star Maker. I've heard such good things about this book. Okay, this one actually is over 400 as well. This was my Illuma Crate book for the month of April. It's called Thistle Marsh. Marsh, not March. Thistle Marsh. I have such a hard time saying that word. It seems like a cozy mystery, fairy, fantasy type book. And this one is over 400 as well. Why am I having such a hard time with this? Like, I don't know what to pick. I know clearly I want to read a pretty book. Like, it has to be visually appealing for me at the moment to read it. What about To Cage a Wild Bird? Where's that one? I have a feeling this is not over 400. No. What about The Wicked Sea? This one was also in my Illyrial subscription box for the month of April. Oh, this one is over 400 pages. I've been seeing a lot of people pick this one up because one, it just came out, but two, I also think this was included in a Fairy Loot box, if I remember correctly. So, do I want to read about mermaids? There's none of them that are like jumping out at me, and I feel like normally when I pick a book or I have a book in mind, like one of them just pops out to me for a specific prompt, but I'm not getting that. What about Bloodbound? You know, I think I want to pick Bloodbound. It sounds very interesting. It's giving Fourth Wing with a conscription and dragons, but it's also giving like, oh, Apprentice to the Villain, how they have like a blight that's swarming across the land. I mean, there's a lot of like books like that, but that's the one I literally just finished today. I think I want to read this one. Yeah, that sounds fun. Wait, I didn't even look if it was over 400 pages. Yeah, okay, it's over 400. All right, Bloodbound shall be our second pick. A fantasy book. Oh, perfect. Oh. Wow. Wow, this gives me like a lot of options. Like maybe a little bit too many options. Okay, some ones that are sticking out to me are Starside by Alex Astor. I'm pretty sure this is the Fairy Loot book for the month of April, or at least one of them. I get the 3-book subscription, and I'm pretty sure that this is one of them. And I also bought the special edition from Target, so I don't know which one I'm gonna keep. I mean, I'll probably keep both of them for a little bit. I'm sorry if you can hear that. My dogs are doing something. I don't know. Any of the ones I just talked about could technically also go for this prompt. The Thorn Queen also just came out recently. It's the sequel to The Rose Bargain. Maybe I should do this one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this one. It's a little bit of a shorter one, and I've really been wanting to dive back into this world. I loved The Rose Bargain. I rated it 5 stars. It was just so good. And that was, I'm pretty sure that was her debut novel. Like, what? I almost want to reread it, but I don't think I will. I don't think I will because I still remember a lot of it. So I think I'll probably just hop into this. And usually I feel like, you know, authors are pretty good about like giving us a little bit of a synopsis of what happened at the end of the last book. So yeah, we're just going to do the Thorn Queen. I'm so excited. Wow, this is a bangin' TBR. I feel like I say that every month, but this month I really mean it. Like, this is like, so far none of these books are outside of my comfort zone or outside of what I've been reaching for lately. I've just been completely reaching for fantasy, like fantasy romance, just anything to get me out of real life, you know? So this is totally up my alley. Totally up my alley. All right. I'm gonna need to make some new prompts soon. What is this, number 4? A book you discovered on social media. Ooh. Okay. Let me think. One of them I know I discovered on social media was the Jasad Air. That one's pretty chunky though. The Sun and the Star Maker is another one that I definitely found on social media, particularly Emmy Rossum, like I said before. Like she was the one that really got me thinking about this book. The second Death of Locke also was definitely a like social media type pick for me. I saw everybody reading this at the beginning of the month. I mean, at the beginning of the year. Oh, you know what? Powerless. That was also one I really found on social media. Like that, yeah. I feel like I need to pick that one. Oh, am I gonna go into that series? I feel like if I go into that series, I'm not gonna want to stop, which honestly is fine with me. I think I want to pick Powerless. I think it's time. It's time we start her. Ooh, yeah. Yep, this is it. There's trials. There's talk of like, you know, kingdoms, a plague, elites. Oh yeah, this is totally up my alley right now. I forgot to take off my Barnes & Noble sticker though. Are you guys team Barnes & Noble sticker, or any sticker for that matter, if it's like an exclusive edition? For me, it does not matter. I want the sticker off. Okay, we're gonna do this later. So for our third prompt, which I lost it, no, our fourth prompt, a book you discovered on social media, we're gonna go with Powerless. Okay. A book that ends in an even number. Okay, we have a lot of fantasy on here. So do I want to go for something spicy like this one, The Fundamentals of Being a Good Girl? Ends in an odd number, so can't pick it. Stalking Jack the Ripper. I did just get this one yesterday, actually. Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Minisalco. Ooh. Oh wait, what was the prompt? Ends in an even number. I'm just picking these books like I have all of the power in the world. 325. Can't pick it anyways. Oh goodness. I am hesitating to pick up a book that's in a series or the start of a series just because we're starting Direbound, but I guess that's only 2 books, so it's not crazy. But Powerless, what is that, like 5 or 6 books? So I'm almost like erring more on the side of just a standalone or one that's not fully, you know, written yet. Wow, all of these are ending in odd numbers. All of them I'm picking. What about To Cage a Wild Bird? I'll go back to this one. Oh my gosh. These have all ended in a 7 or a 5. This is nuts. 7 Deadly Thorns. This one is I think it's in a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Oh my gosh, an odd number. What? This is nuts. Okay, I have to have 1. Now I'm just feeling desperate. Odd number. Oh my gosh, guys, okay. Thistlemarsh also ends in an odd number. That's really nice. I'm really happy for all of you books ending in an odd number. This is insane. What is this, like the 10th book I've picked up that all ends in an odd number? Silvercloak? I believe the sequel is coming out at some point this year. I don't know when though. Okay, does an epilogue count towards the last page? I think it does. Okay, so technically Silvercloak is an even number. This one I have been wanting to read, Dream by the Shadows. I think it's a YA book. Oh, pretty sure it ends in a 3. Would you look at that? How about this one? The Library of Amorlin. Oh look, it ends in an odd number. You know, I haven't read like a dark romance in a while. What about Kiss of the Basilisk? I also think I have access to the audiobook for this one. Oh look, odd number. Just kidding. Wow, this is absolutely bonkers. Domcom. Okay, Domcom is another one. That was stressful. Wow, all of my books are just like out of here. Okay, I'm just gonna look at these two and then we'll decide, since we'll have at least 2. This is Smoke and the Scar. I just picked this one up yesterday at an indie bookstore. Odd number. And then my last hope for a 3rd book is A Feather So Black. This one I also picked up yesterday, I believe. Yeah, yesterday. Oh, this one is also an even number. Okay, I'm gonna read the synopses and see which one speaks to me the most. Okay, I think I'm gonna pick Domcom because this one will be like a good romance, not fantasy to just kind of throw in if I need a palate cleanser. When people say palate cleanser, I think some people interpret that as like the book has minimal substance, but that is not my interpretation of a palate cleanser. For me, like a palate cleanser is one that doesn't involve a lot of world building, that I don't have to like intensely read or reread things because the plot line is so like thick and heavy. It's just a good fun time. Like it's a good time, it's a fun time. There's still substance to it, especially with like character development and the relationships in the book, but it's not like we're building an entirely new world, if that makes sense. So this is going to be our next pick. How many do we have? 5? My TBR card has been slightly destroyed. That's fine. We'll put it back together afterwards. A book with your favorite color. Ooh, okay. Well, my favorite color of the moment is yellow, but like a pastel-y yellow, like my sweatshirt. Like this is my favorite color. Or a rich yellow. I can also get down with a rich yellow. I also love orange. Oh, I think I know what book I have to pick. This has yellow and orange. It's not the hue of yellow I would particularly go for. Canticle is also another one. I just don't think I'm in the mood for that. I'm pretty sure that one is like a King Arthur retelling or something like that. It's more of like an olden warrior king thing. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's based off of a real scenario. And I just don't think I'm in the mood for that particularly right now. The other one that I definitely could pick would be the Library of Amorlin, because these pastel colors are totally my vibe. Like this is totally my color scheme. Adrian Young blurbed this as well. A spellbinding reminder that wonder once lost can always be found again. Okay, if I'm really sticking to the prompt, I'm gonna have to pick the Library of Amorlin because these are all of my favorite colors, essentially. Like any pastel-y type color is my favorite color. I love color. And I feel like this, if I'm sticking to the actual prompt, is what I should pick. So I'm gonna pick this one. I also did just purchase this one, and I'm really trying to get better about reading the books that I'm buying closer to when I'm actually closer to when I actually purchase them, because I feel like it, I don't know, it just like contributes to the positive reading experience for me. So I'm gonna pick this one. These are all actually relatively new. I've had Direbound for a while, but I just didn't read it, obviously. But I kind of was, once I knew that there was a second book coming out, I was kind of waiting for this month to read it. And then I have had Powerless for a little bit of time. I think I bought it at the end of last year. This appears to be our last pick. I thought I was gonna get this one. I can already read it through the thing. It says free pick. I thought I was gonna get this one. Why am I sad about that? I feel like it's because today I just, for whatever reason, I need a little bit more direction. And I have 0 direction with this. Like, what is Amber now gonna want to read in 3 weeks? Or I guess I could pick something I want to read now. We already have a lot of fantasy, which is what I wanted. I wanted a lot of fantasy on here. And I feel like I have a good mixture of like more intense fantasy type stuff with these ones. And then we have kind of like a good, yeah, I think Rose Bargain is technically considered YA, but I would say it's upper YA. I mean, there's not really like steamy scenes in it, but it's just the whole, it's almost like Hunger Games, where like the concept of it is still very applicable to older generations or upper, you know, like 20s, 30s, that kind of thing. I mean, I'm 30 and I love it. So the Thorn Queen, you know, is a little bit more of like a younger fantasy, not as like in-depth, crazy, like more romantic-y, I would say. Powerless is also like a YA fantasy type thing. Dom-com is definitely a spicy romance. And then I believe that the Library of Amerlin is also like a YA, if I remember correctly, but I'm also definitely planning on reading Furybound, if not this month, then next month. So I gotta keep that in mind. My point to that is just, do I want to add in a kind of like higher fantasy type book where we're doing a lot of world building again? Or would I want to do something totally different and do like cash? Because I really don't have any other like romance books on there that are like just straight romance, like cowboy romance, you know? Or do I just like completely pivot and go dark romance and do Kiss of the Basilisk? Okay, wait, I kind of want this one. 13 contestants have to train with a basilisk to learn the power of seduction and win the prince's hand in marriage. I'm really into like Bridgerton-y type books right now. I'm reading A City of Iron and Ivy, and that book definitely has like Bridgerton vibes to it. And I'm just eating them up. Like I want like courting. I want like the ton, you know, like I want like hot gossip with like elite rich people who have nothing better to do. That's like the vibe that I'm in right now. So this might be great. I'm pretty sure that this is a why choose. Is the book The Kiss of the Basilisk a why choose?
Okay, I found this on the web for his...
One of the Goodread comments that just like popped up on my Siri thing was, this book is not safe to read at work. That's really funny. Oh wait, no, that's the book description. This book is not safe to read at work. You've been warned. Wow, there's like quite a bit of 1-star reviews, but then there's also like 5-star reviews. I have to read this. I have to know like what it's about, but I also need to know if it's a why choose. Okay, so some people say that it's a love triangle. Other people are saying it's a why choose. So I think I'll just have to read that for myself to figure that out, right? These are all my books from May TBR. Let's run through them one more time. For my first prompt, I had a book over 500 pages, and for this one, I chose Direbound by Sable Sorensen. For my second prompt, I had a book over 400 pages, and for this one, I chose Bloodbound by Ellis Hunter. For my third prompt, I had a fantasy book, and for this one, I chose The Thorn Queen by Sasha Payton Smith. For my fourth prompt, I had a book that you discovered on social media, and for this one, I picked Powerless by Lauren Roberts. For my fifth prompt, I picked a book that ends in an even number, and for this one, I chose Dom-com by Adriana Anders. My brother's name is Anders, so whenever I see that name, I pronounce it Anders, but a lot of people pronounce it Anders. Fun fact that no one cared about. For my sixth prompt, I picked a book that has my favorite color. And for this one, I chose The Library of Amerlin by Kaylin Josephson. And for my seventh prompt, I had a free pick. And for this one, I chose Kiss of the Basilisk by Lindsay Straub. Thank you so much for joining me and picking my May TBR. I had so much fun with you guys, as always. Please let me know in the comments below what you guys are picking for your May TBR. I would love to know. Let me know if you guys have read any of these books and what your thoughts on them are. Don't give me any spoilers though, obviously. But just like thumbs up, thumbs... Do they have a thumbs medium emoji? I don't think they do. They need that. Thumbs medium or a thumbs down. Anyways, I am so excited to read these with you guys. I think I'm gonna try to do a May TBR reading vlog this month. Anyways, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!